Akademiks can't ride away.
Via our friend Larry Levine, who has a source close to the investigation. Larry is a former federal prisoner himself who served time at 11 institutions across 5 states and is founder and director of Wall Street Prison Consultants. He advises people who are about to face the same plight, and he joins me now live. Okay, Larry, spill the tea. What are you hearing about Diddy's eating?
Well, I got an inside source there at MDC, and if they knew who it was, they'd really plots. When people go into custody, they have anxiety, they're depressed, a lot of things go through their mind. And one of the things they do is they stop eating. They lose a lot of weight. Look at somebody coming out of prison. They look like a POW or something, but they've been through the ringer. Now, there's a collateral issue that may be here. Look what happened to Jeff Epstein. I got people every day saying, you think they're going to Epstein him? And I go, well, I really don't know. But they can't have this guy do a suicide. It would look kind of funny. Now, imagine if somebody got to one of the correctional officers, and this could happen. They don't make a lot of money. And there's people out there that he has things on that do have a substantial amount of money. Imagine if someone paid someone off on the inside to actually poison his food, give him a heart attack, and he dies. And no one would really think anything of it. So that may be one of the reasons he's not eating. He's really, really paranoid. He's really, really scared. He doesn't know what to think. He doesn't know who to trust or what to believe. Then he had a religious visit also, and a dietitian come talk to him. Now, there's a possibility that he wants to go on a kosher diet. It's prepared a little bit differently. It's a religious diet. That could be another aspect as well. But I remember when I first went into custody at MDC Los Angeles. And
okay, I'll pause it real quick. They're saying there's a source that Diddy is not eating. I don't think that's, sometimes that could be a sign of protest, a sign that, they don't like the conditions. I would think that it's more likely Diddy not yet adjusted to the food. So, he's going to go at least initially as long as he can without eating. They're not giving him the best of meals, so he's just trying to not do, not trying to eat as much. But of course, at a point, he's going to get hungry enough, and he's going to, even if he has to pick at one or two things, he's going to be able to do it, right? So, essentially, I definitely believe that, he's not eating as much, but I don't think it's because he's upset. I think it's because he's adjusting.
I didn't eat for a couple of days, but this guy's been there about a week now, so he should be in a routine. And there's just so much, Ashley, there is so much disinformation that comes out. Like he has to get up at 6 o'clock to make his bed and mop his cell. That's for a regular housing unit at MDC. He's not getting out of the shoe. He doesn't have to make his bed, really. He's probably laying in bed all day long, just stewing and thinking. So the situation and the conditions for him are completely different than it would be for a regular inmate. So
talk to me, Larry, about talk to me about the potential that this could be a protest, because Ghislaine Maxwell famously said some pretty strident things about the MDC Brooklyn lockup and the food and how terrible it was, and that she had been losing a ton of weight. Is it possible this is a protest?
Well, at several BOP institutions, Federal Bureau of Prisons institutions across the country, there's food strikes going on where people are refusing to eat because of the quality of the food and the way they're being treated. And that could have carried over to MDC. But on the other hand, he's sitting in the shoe. How did he hear about it? Unless he bought the little overpriced Sony Walkman radio. I bet they let him have that. Or maybe he talked to somebody on the phone on a limited call that told him, yeah, they're having a hunger strike, and he's joining in that. Remember, the food is bland. The food is a lot of carbohydrates. It's kind of it fills you up, but you get sick eating it. I mean, there's mold in a lot of that food. The food coming to him is cold. It's not coming to him warm like it would be in a regular housing unit because they feed the people in the shoe last. Maybe he got sick from the food. That's another possibility. I mean, they may actually be moving him. Maybe he's concerned in his lawyer.
Yeah. So, well, you know, I would imagine, and by the way, I don't know if his lawyer has spoken on this, but I would imagine that they're gonna act like Diddy's either, suffering there, can't eat, dietary needs can't be fulfilled, has some extenuating circumstances when it comes to his health that he needs a better situation. Again, I'm not that familiar with every particular, jail. Obviously, I haven't been to these places, but from what I have been told, Essex County Jail in New Jersey is a much nicer jail and a jail that has housed federal inmates while they await their trial. And it's usually, just a more comfortable gig. To put in perspective, Casanova was at MDC Brooklyn for a while, and then they sent him to Essex County, even though subsequently I think he was involved in like some fight where supposedly he was cut in the face. Apparently, it's just a better place to be. So Diddy's actually, his lawyers are pushing for him to get sent to, so I'll show you MDC Brooklyn. Looks like this, obviously it's the middle of the fucking city. Or, it looks like this. It looks like an office building, except it's just really tightly crammed rooms. And even if it has a wing for like special people like Diddy, it's only so much. Now, where he wants to get moved to is Essex County Jail. It's in Newark. And wow, I don't know why this looks like. I guess this is the old one. Jesus Christ, this looks bad. And this is the old one. This is the abandoned one. This is the new one here. Where is it at? Yeah, so this is a new one. I don't know if we can find conditions in that. Essex County Jail, Newark cells. Oh, I guess they have an abandoned one. Now, this is like a common area. Obviously, Diddy wouldn't be in a common area because he's in protective custody. So he's pretty much just sitting in his room all day, right? I'm trying to see if we could show what a jail cell looks like. Jail cell. Don't know if we have like an inside the jail, like jail cell look. I don't think it's gonna be bars. I think it's gonna be like fuck. Yeah, probably like this. Probably something like this, right? I don't know. I'm trying to get like a better picture of where he's trying to move to. From what I've been told, MDC Brooklyn jail cells. These look like supposedly here. So I know the other shit don't look like a 5-star resort, but apparently in MDC Brooklyn, you're dealing with this, right? A lot of you're not dealing with the finest of situations. Yeah, these cells are kind of ran down if you ask a lot of people. Yeah. Anyway.
Do you know,
as I said,
do you know,
about
Larry, if he's
somebody
still on
killing him.
suicide watch? Is he still on suicide watch?
He's still on suicide watch. The shrink is coming to see him several times a day, and at MDC they hand out psych meds like they're handing out M&Ms. So I don't know if he's taking them, but they're certainly available to him. I took them in MDC one time because I was having problems sleeping. And after I took it one time, you play a lot of chess in there, you do a lot of reading. I wasn't able to engage anybody. I couldn't think. I turned into a zombie, and after taking it one time, I stopped taking them.
Okay, cool. By the way, real quick, I want to draw your attention to a post by Quincy. So, I'm not gonna lie, you have to feel a little bit bad for the family of Diddy. because, you know, some of these individuals have nothing to do with what he's accused of, but, you know, they're all kind of getting dragged through the mud by mere association. Now, if you guys don't know, essentially there's a book that has ran its course to #1 on Amazon. Now, this book is alleged to be the memoir of Kim Porter, if you don't know, one of Diddy's baby mama who died tragically and suddenly. And some people believe that her death should be reinvestigated because Diddy was abusive to her, allegedly, and they feel like maybe Diddy got her killed. Like, just to be very clear. I believe the twins, that's their mom. And what ended up happening is that today, give me one second. The supposed author of this memoir that made it all the way to #1, made it #1 on Amazon, that person came out and literally said, hey, the memoir, which everyone, like, there was a long time rumor saying there was a, you know, memoir that she was working on before she died, so people thought it was her words. Apparently, the person who wrote the memoir, the dude came out and said, I'm not even sure if the story is real. But he says, it's real enough for me, so I didn't ask too much questions. So the person who's put it out claimed they don't even know if that was really written by Kim Porter. Let's read. Chris Todd released a project under an alias, Jamal T. Millwood, that featured no previous works. Most people took the books and salacious claims as facts, or at least close to it, with several grammatical errors. Some remained unsure. Todd has now spoken to Rolling Stone and surprisingly revealed that he cannot confirm if anything in the book is true. Apparently, he wasn't even able to fact check anything with celebrities mentioned in the book, though he claimed to be an investigative journalist. If somebody put my feet to the fire and said, life or death, is that book real? I have to say I don't know. But it's real enough to me, Todd says. Sometimes you just have to put it out there. Maybe it's not 100% of the book is true, but maybe 80% is. That is to get to those people to come forward or either corroborate or deny these claims, and helps me as an investigator know the truth. They're claiming the book comes from details that were on flash drives given to him by 2 musical industry sources. They said they had her flash drives. I didn't ask too much questions about how they got it or where it came from. To give more context, he claimed he solved other hip-hop pop culture murders. Now, basically him saying he don't know if what he put out is actually true came with some response from people close to the family. First and foremost, there was a post or a message sent. Let me see. The children of the Kim Porter, which are the twins, say that their mother wrote a book. I think this is Christian's mom as well. I could be wrong. They said their mother wrote a book. Sorry. The children of Kim Porter deny reports that their mother wrote a book. Any so-called friend speaking on behalf of our mother is not a friend. They said, we have seen so many hurtful and false rumors circulating about our parents, Kim Porter and Sean Combs' relationship, as well as about our mom's tragic passing, that we feel the need to speak out. This was put out, by the way, is a joint statement. Quincy, Christian, Jesse, and Delilah. So those are the twins, and Christian Combs and Quincy was a part of this. They said, we have seen so many hurtful and false rumors circulating about our parents, Kim Porter and Sean Combs' relationship, as well as our mom's tragic passing, that we feel the need to speak out. Claims that our mom wrote a book are simply untrue. She did not, and anyone claiming to have a manuscript is misrepresenting themselves. Additionally, please understand that any so-called friend speaking on behalf of our mom and her family is not a friend, nor do they have her best interests at heart. Our lives were shattered when we lost our mom. She was our world, and nothing has been the same since she passed. While it has been incredibly difficult to reconcile how she could be taken from us so soon, the cause of her death has long been established. There was no foul play. Grief is a lifelong process, and we ask everyone's respect our request for peace as we continue to cope with their loss every day. We're deeply saddened that the world has made a spectacle of what has been the most tragic event of her life. Our mother should be remembered for her beautiful, strong, kind, and loving woman she was. Her memory should not be tainted by horrific conspiracy theories. We ask that everyone please respect our mother, Kim Porter, and hold her legacy in high regard. And so she may rest in peace. It is what she deserves. We love you and miss you, Mommy. Quincy, Christian, Jesse, and Delilah. Wow. Give me 1 second. Okay, what the heck is this? Just give me 1 second. Bullshit. All right. So yeah, they're basically saying, yo, cut the malarkey. Our mom died of exactly what was reported by the medical examiner. We're not believing in conspiracy theories. And if you keep saying that, you're not a friend of my mom. There was no manuscript. There was no book. You guys are pushing forth a narrative. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I actually believe them. I don't think they're lying. I think that people want to create some wild conspiracy theory that, you know, she has this book that was saying all type of stuff about Diddy, and we've heard about a alleged book, never heard about flash drives or a manuscript or anything so forth towards it. So now to hear it seems like they're piggybacking off the fact that Diddy is finally charged with some stuff. So I believe the kids, and I do believe that they should be left alone. Let Kim Porter rest in peace. It's okay to speculate and, you know, wonder if some of his violent behavior and disgusting behavior, we're talking about Diddy, also made its way to Kim Porter, but to make up lies that could hurt the kids, you know, of Kim Porter, I don't think you do Kim Porter any service with that. Again, if you're going to come with some shit, make it factual, if you ask me. All right?
Hardcore, shorty scam me like a barcode, heartbreaking, I go viral, they don't know me, so the same